Hi folks, hello and welcome back to another video right here on the channel. Just a little apology or disclaimer before we start. If I appear breathless or my voice is a little bit rough, I am currently suffering from a nasty viral infection which sent me to the out of hours GP yesterday. So I'm going to be taking it easy on the old vocal cords, and this one will be a little bit quicker than usual. So on with the show, guys. We're up to number 30. This is the Sydney Hunter collection. I remember seeing this one on the showcase when it was announced, and I thought, oh, it looks like Rick Dangerous, one of my all-time favourite Amiga games. Excuse me, sorry. So I was quite excited to find out about the Sydney Hunter brand. So this one got released, and there's 4 games on it. There's 3 of the titular Sydney Hunter games, and there's one called Jester, which is like a little puzzle game. So yeah, there we go. So for anyone new here, these are Evercade cartridges. They come in a little clamshell. We get the cartridge, we get a little instruction book, which is nice. And we also get a little poster. And there's something on the back of this that I really do love, to be fair, folks. So there's the poster. To folks more of my age, late 40s, should we say, over the 50 mark, we used to have a look at computer and video game magazines, and used to have like little maps in them. So when I saw this, like a little map of the game, you know, I really just put a smile on my face. That was like the nostalgia vibe totally hit 100%. So that done it for me. So far, a nice little package. So let's throw on the trusty specs and have a look at the little instruction book. Okay, so about CollectorVision Games. CollectorVision Games is an independent game developer, publisher and manufacturer that has been in the business since 2008. The company has offices in Phoenix, USA and Montreal, Canada, and is dedicated to both preserving classic games for modern audiences and creating new experiences for classic platforms. In 2016, the company acquired the trademarks and trade names for classic software companies Acclaim and Exidy, granting it to the rights to use their original names and logos on new products. The aim was for the company to revive these classic brands for future generations to enjoy, just like how CollectorVision staff had appreciated them in their childhoods. Rather than simply republishing Acclaim and Exidy titles from back in the day, CollectorVision now makes use of the Acclaim and Exidy trademarks to release brand new titles. Both labels have their own specific focus. Several of the games in this collection were released under this new Acclaim brand. The Sydney Hunter series is one of CollectorVision's most consistently popular properties, so we're proud to present 3 of its best instalments, which were originally released on 3 classic gaming platforms, plus the maze adventure Jester, just to add a bit of spice to the mix. Happy exploring! Oh, that was harder work than it needed to be. So there's the intro, and then it shows us some of the games. So Sydney Hunter and the Shrines of Peril, which was on the MSX2, I think. Tells us a little bit more about how we play the game. Always nice and handy, these manuals give you some nice little tips. Sydney Hunter and the Sacred Tribe, which was on the Sega Master System, I believe. That is like a Master System box there. The story and game items. Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death. And again, more on the story there. And Jester, which is the little puzzle title there. And the Pokemon job. Can you collect them all? Okay. Sorry, folks. So, without further ado, I'm going to drop down to the TV. I'm going to play my favourite 3. Come back, tell you what I think. Okay, folks, first game of the day, Sydney Hunter, the Sacred Tribe. Okay, so straight away we notice the Master System graphics. Lovely little there, opening screen. You're Sydney Hunter, the Great Adventurer. Greetings, stranger. So straight away, lovely pixelated graphics. We don't want to hurt you, famous last words. Okay, so we're basically collecting diamonds. it does get tricky later on, folks, trust me. Anybody who likes Rick Dangerous, like previously mentioned, will totally appreciate this. Oh, I thought I'd go back and try and get the diamond. Try to be clever. Oh, see what I mean about tricky? I couldn't resist it, could I? Last life. Let's go the other way. Oh no, sod that. Let's go back up. A little bit annoying. The jump doesn't actually sort of stop you on the ladder. But I suspect that's probably like the age of the game and stuff, really. There we go. Classic. You died, I'm going to leave it there. Let's go to the next one. Okay, second game of the day. Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death. Sundial Island. Deep in the waters of the South Pacific lies the mysterious Sundial Island. There is an intro, folks, I'm just skipping it today. Listen to that music. Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death. Very Indiana Jones, isn't it? As well as Rick Dangerous vibes. Okay, interestingly, we've got a little password feature here as well to go by the levels. Let's go for it. Yeah, there's our password. Gold, the Cavern of Simplicity. I love when they do that. They just set you up to fail, don't they, straight away. So these here basic, just explore along, collect the diamonds, avoid the baddies. Cracking games. Use your save states, folks, would be my advice. Oh, I lost my hat. Oh, you little... No words. Just not great to be gaming today, folks. I'm just hoping that giving you at least a little first impression will work. You have now collected the evil item and it has activated the mechanism in Mount Doom. Quickly find the exit before lava burns you. No pressure then. There goes the hat. Ah. Round one clear so far, you've collected and all the bits you've done. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Final one of the day, guys. Let's go for something a little bit different. Let's go for Jester. So this is a little puzzler. A little bit like Pac-Man, you'll see what I mean in a minute. So you're moving little Jester around. We've got to try and get the keys and move around the map. Yeah, one little thing I will say about this is the controls aren't totally as smooth as what they look. A little bit tricky sometimes. So what we do is you collect the swords. And they're basically like your power pill on Pac-Man. So we race around, get the bad guys while we can, picking them points up, clearing the maze off, making it a little bit easier for ourselves. Go down, grab the torch. The torch lights the cavern up when it goes dark. So swords, basically, swords kill the bad guys. Keys we collect. Torches light us up. You may notice there as well that when you kill all bad guys, they drop an item. They're always handy to collect. And up in the top right hand corner there, you see a little map. So we're constantly keeping an eye on that, where we're going. And I'm probably not really describing this like amazingly, but it really is a good little game. It's one of those where you kind of like Pac-Man, you get into like that little zone once you start playing. And you get into like that little rhythm. It's quite hard to put down, this one, to be fair. I was sort of saying to Steph about it this morning. I said, I just don't know whether to include Jester or not. And she said, well, you really like it? I said, yeah. She said, well, put it on then. You don't have to basically stay like with all the platform games. There's the light up in the top corner there. And as per usual, Steph was right. So, yeah. There we go. Let's go on to another level. So these get like a little bit more complicated as you go along. You can see like a little key there. A little staircase there. Oh, when the lights have gone out. I was hoping that, well, I was kind of not hoping and I ran out of light. But basically show you, like, obviously what the torches do. So we're now totally blind in a maze. No idea where we're going. All these bad guys who can come at us. And I've got a feeling this isn't going to end well, folks. Bear in mind what I said to you before about those controls as well, not being like 100% great. Just try and struggle our way up here, hopefully. Oh no, you had to, didn't you? There we go, we got a torch. Yes, we got a torch, fantastic. Was that a baddie? I think it was. Let's try this one more time. What's good about this is like the rooms stay clear, so if you've cleared them, they are going to stay clear for you. You've got no messing around, none of this stupidity or like, you know, you've got to go and clear a room again and stuff like that. Oh, I have no way out there, guys. Okay, last life. I really do hope showcasing this oh, what a stupid mistake. It's actually shown you what a cracking little game this actually is, and people will give it a chance. That was Jester. Let's go back up top. Welcome back up, guys. So that was the Sydney Hunter collection. They were my recommendations that I picked. I deliberately left the MSX2 version off because I think it's clunky. It's a piece of its time and it's a fun little romp, but in my opinion, the other two platformers and the puzzle game were the better titles. They're my favourites anyway. So yeah, Sydney Hunter. Very reminiscent of the old Rick Dangerous games on the Amiga, Commodore 64, Spectrum, things like that. Which, like I said at the top of the video, I really enjoyed. I was talking to a friend recently, off air, and he was saying to me about Sydney Hunter being on a top 10 of amalgamated cartridges and stuff. And we got into a little discussion, and I said, you know, I've got to film it in a couple of weeks. It's like my next cart. I'm not really sure how I'm going to pitch it. If you're watching, Phil, thanks for the podcast, chance mate, lovely fella Phil. Go and check his podcast out, Retro Titans. And so yeah, I was sort of like, how do I pitch it? And then I was like chatting to Steph. I was like, which way do I do this video? Because it's one of those that really pulled me, to be fair, because the collection itself initially excited me when I first seen it, and then I kind of like, oh, this isn't really all I thought it was going to be. And then I spent like sort of a couple of hours just playing around this morning before making this video. And I actually enjoyed it. So I'm going to give the Sydney Hunter collection all 4 games, but particularly the 2 I shown, the platformers and the puzzle on Jester. Yeah, I'm going to give it a recommendation. If you remotely like your puzzles, if you remotely like your platformers, and don't get me wrong, these games are tricky as hell as well. They have the moments, but hey, we have save states. Yeah, I'd give it a recommendation. I really would. It's worth a go. for those who don't enjoy platformers or anything sort of tricky or whatever, if you can get it in like a cut down price, I'm not saying it's Jester is worth the £18 for the cartridge alone, but that's a good little game in there, you know. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, folks, because I can't really speak much longer. I'll see you next week. Take care.